Hello, race fans. This is Larry Supermouth Huffman, AMA Hall of Fame announcer, and this isn't Supercross. It's Wednesday! And you're watching Bay Fishing with Roman and Brian. Stand by while the boys teach secrets of bay bass fishing with Roman on his 6-second nitro-burning pedal drive kayak, and Brian in his Cool Baits high-speed dragster boat that he takes out every Sunday! Be there!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fishy Hour. It's Wednesday, and it's Bay Fishing with Roman and Brian. What up, Brian? How you doing today? What? I can't hear you. Are you muted? Check 1 2. Let's see. I don't think I have you muted. Can you check your mic? Is it muted? Nope, can't hear you still. Let me make sure it's not on my side. Nope, it's not on my side. Can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Let's see. I don't have... Check 1 2, check 1 2. Can you hear me? Hey, I'm gonna call you back. That's weird. Let's call him back, see what happens. I didn't even hear it ringing. Can you hear me now? Oh, no, I can't hear you. What's going on, computer? Why today? Why? Yeah, I still can't hear you, Brian. Sorry. Let me check some settings over here. Sorry, boys. Audio. Let's see, speakers. Check 1 2. It's a roadcaster. Yep, there it is. Test audio. Huh. Did I not move my soundboard over? Oh. I got it. I figured it out, Brian. My bad.
There you go.
Sorry, guys. I turned up the wrong slider on the soundboard. I turned up an empty channel instead of your channel. My bad. That was my bad. My bad.
I was prepared to do charades all night, but that would
charades all day. Let's go.
Wait,
all right.
I'm getting a huge echo.
You are?
Okay, no, it's gone.
Yeah. You shouldn't. Yeah. Everything is fixed now, Brian. No more complaining.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Roman, tonight's show is going to be awesome. It's science tonight, which I love science projects, and I think 14 Spotty Bowl contenders to participate in this science project. So I'm excited about tonight.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, it's a rough start, but we're ready. We're rocking. All right. So welcome everybody to the show. Let's start over. Woo! All right. So I see some people in the chat getting some good stuff going back and forth. I see Mr. Eric, the judge, Lehman in the house. What up, Eric? What's up, Leonard? Brian sent you a message through Discord. Hit him up. Get back to him when you get a chance. TB Metal Art in the house. What up, Todd? Welcome back to the show. I see Samurai in the house. What up, Kevin? Hey, Kevin. I got the I went to the hardware store and I bought the stuff I needed to fix the rack, and the rack is completed.
Stop messing with me, Kevin. I talked to Roman earlier.
Yeah, it's funny.
Getting a random call from Kevin every day now.
Very
messing
nice.
With me.
Very nice. I had a good day. Yesterday, guys, I took the day off, and then Kevin and I went over to the Seeker factory to pick up some rods that we had placed an order for a long time ago, and they came out epically awesome. Very nice rods.
Are you going to show that tonight?
I don't know. You might already be seeing it. I don't know. You might already be seeing it.
Why you want me to have I ordered one too that I haven't seen it. Roman's got it. I see it back there.
The green label, that's yours right there. That was his.
What? All right.
So
so we got 3 bro rods. We all have matching rods. Yay.
Yeah, it's a three of a kind. Seeker doesn't make this Seeker doesn't normally make this combination. It's basically Kevin's specs on a tuna fishing rod that we're gonna use, and I'll bring it out. I'm gonna bring it out Saturday. I think Kevin's bringing his out Saturday as well, and I'm gonna take Brian's over to so you can have his rod on Saturday. It's gonna be fun. So
Finally,
anyway,
I've been waiting for that thing.
I know the reason I bring it up now, and the reason I bring it up right now before I forget about it is, we are thinking about making a group order on this exact rod. So you guys, I'll bring it. I'll have it out on Saturday. You guys can check it out. It's basically for like catching tuna, catching yellowtail, and it's like an 8-4 rod. The action on it is really good, and I think it's the black steel version. I think it's a. I mean, I can't compare it to anything. I haven't had this nice of a rod ever. I don't think. And so it's really nice that it's like spec'd out for the application I'm going to use it for. So the way we're using like for throwing poppers on tuna foamers, kind of that video you guys saw a couple weeks ago, or that's a month ago now, right? It's been a while. So if there's interest for that, let me know in the chat if you guys are interested in maybe us doing a group order on this kind of rod, and then if we get a nice group going, we could potentially do like an MMFC brand on the in the rod. So kind of like it'll look cool, you know, like the MMFC tuna yellowtail rod. Let me know if you guys are interested, and then if you guys are interested, you can check it out on Saturday. I'll show you guys my rod, and then when we do a batch order, we'll order that batch order with the actual MMFC logos on it and stuff, so it looks pretty cool. It'd be part of like a club rod, and I'll probably get another one at that point too, because I'm really happy with it and I want another one. So I want to have one going with my 500 Tranks, and I'm thinking about getting a Daiwa like Kevin and Brian have, so I can have like 2 setups. Dude,
that's a nice reel.
Yeah,
it's a
nice
Daiwa Lexa 400 TW.
Right. Yep, very cool. All right. So finish the shoutouts. I see Eric. I see Captain Dan in the house. What up? Oscar 636 in the house. Captain Adobo. Mark G. What up? Andrew. What up? Andre. Welcome back. I got Mark G. All right. Cool. I got. All right. So I see some people excited about it. See. Oh no, it's not a black. It's a tactic. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'll have the full specs and everything on there. Computer in shambles? No, on phone. Oh no.
I like that joke. Eric says, "All right, it's time to have a trivia night now. Salty's computers in shambles."
What up, Jesse? Welcome. All right, cool. So let's do a pop top, and then we'll go over what we're gonna cover today.
All right, tonight sparkling water, going with the Beaujolais, a little fancier than normal.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard, 1 being the worst. Rate this pop top.
Pop top. I slipped.
Oh man, that was a delayed. Oh, jeez, making a mess over there.
I do what I want.
He does what he wants as long as his wife says it's okay. I got an 8. Oh.
Yes. What flavor is this? This is black cherry, I think.
So it tastes just like carbonated water though.
Cherry. They all taste the same. Terrible. 8.8 Yak Mob. What's up, Yak Mob? You guys fishing this weekend?
Soldier of Science
says yak out on the pickle run.
Soldier of Science says, "Hi y'all. I just had a bite in Ventura on the back of my boat right here in the slip. I got a sandy, a spotted, and about 4 huge jack smelt in a half hour. Very nice.
Nice.
Keep reeling them in
from your slip. Must be nice."
Yeah. Joe Diego, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show. Have you been here before? If not, type in the chat. First timer, and we'll welcome you officially and welcome you to the crew. I gotta mute myself. There's a jet flying over here.
Hi, yeah. All right.
Okay,
there
I'm back.
Go. Thanks, man. It's got to be a 10. Captain Dan 9-3, Leonard 9. Thank you, Eric 92065. Go Ramona.
Cool. All right, here we go. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard in your life, 1 being the worst. Rate this pop top.
Pop top.
There we go. Ha-ha! Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brian.
Cheers, Roman. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Boy. Cola Zebia?
Oh yeah, super cold. Ugh. You guys want to know something messed up that happened yesterday too? I was taking I was taking out an extra rod out of my garage, and I tripped on the wheels to my kayak. And then, as I was falling, the rod got caught between just like the opening of the garage and the tailgate of my truck. And I put my hand down to catch myself, right? And I had the rod kind of like in my hand, and it slipped out of my hand as I was pushing down on it. And then it bowed and slapped back up, hit me right in the forehead right here.
Was it that fiberglass, like old school rod?
No, it was like a little.
It wasn't my Seeker rod, was it?
Oh no.
Okay.
That's before I went to go pick them up. This is a Phoenix.
Ooh.
A Phoenix. It's like a bass rod. Phoenix bass rod.
Yeah,
But
with a wound like that on your head, you gotta
Dude,
come up with a better story.
dude, it whipped me. And I pushed down on it, and and then it just whipped up as I fell, and then I put my hand on the ground, and it immediately got whipped in the face. It sucked. But at least it didn't smash the rod against the floor, so that was good. Anyway,
Don't you mean you got jumped by 4 guys in an alley and then you made it out? And this is the only scratch I have.
That's funny.
Right after watching Bloodsport.
Yeah, exactly. I got a bar fight how to defend Jean-Claude Van Damme.
There you go. All right, so tonight's show, we're going to go through some announcements. Pickle Run, we got some announcements about that. We got that coming up this weekend. That's going to be a fun time. If you're not going, go. What are you waiting for? The main topic tonight is top 10 lures used during Spotty Bowl. We had from February till, what is it, August?
Yep.
No, yeah, February to August fishing tournament with 46 anglers in it. And I got as much information from as many anglers as I could that were fishing this. And all these guys are great spotty fishermen. So I got all the information they gave me. I've compiled it down, broken it down into the 10 lures and colors that these guys use to win and get to the playoffs and do good in the Spotty Bowl. And we got PB shout-outs, lots of PB shout-outs. People have been catching fish. And then at the end, we always have something funny.
Lame
Real
dad
funny.
jokes. Also, Arnie got back to me, so we're going to do 10 minutes with Arnie around 7:30 to go over the charter challenge details and the actual the what's it called? The petition for the new regulation on the fishing industry. Okay.
Are we going to do that during announcements?
No, he's not home yet, so we have to wait for him to get home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, announcements. First announcement, the big pickle run. First of all, Ron, why is it called the pickle run?
Because like when you're in baseball and you're trying to steal a base and you get caught between two spots, it's like a pickle. We just thought like if you're going from one place to the other, kind of like you're stealing a base, call it a pickle run. Anyway,
I thought it was like because it's like shape. Pickle's kind of like a banana shape, and we're going from one jetty to the other. I couldn't quite figure out why you guys called it that. But. So no. Pickle Run, basically we are taking all of our kayaks and trucks over to Shelter Island, where we will unload, put it into our partner's truck. They will drive you to Dana Landing, where we will launch, and we will cross the Pacific Ocean from Mission Bay to San Diego Bay, and then go back and get the trucks.
I would say cross. I'd say go along the Pacific Ocean.
We're gonna cross the Pacific Ocean.
Todd, that's
one
cool.
bay to the...
Todd's talking about teaching at NASA's JPL. That's a cool facility. My friend's dad used to work there when we were kids, and we used to go there for like the open houses. It was super fun. That's a cool place. So they have like the Voyager and like the Mars rover. That's where they put those together, and they have like exact replicas there on Earth, so that you can like do tests on them. It's pretty cool. Anyway, it's a cool place.
Don't they have the like Space Shuttle Columbia or something there too?
I'm not. No,
didn't they blew that? No,
I think that one blew up.
No, that was that the one that was a Challenger, I think.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Okay. So Pickle Run. If you're not going, go. I will be out there in my boat, so if you're maybe a little intimidated about going, just let you know I'll be out there if there's any emergencies or any safety issues or anything breaks. So I'll be out there to help out with that.
Yep, but that said, don't be reckless. Don't be like, if anything happens, I'll just call Brian. No. Be prepared to handle your stuff yourself. And then like if something does happen that's out of your control, then we can help you out, right? That's kind of how we do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, we're meeting at Shelter Island at 7 a.m. Okay, and that's where you're gonna meet your partner. If you don't have a partner yet and you're looking for a partner, type it in the chat right now so I can see who's still missing a partner. Okay. Let's see.
If you're new to watching the show or you're watching the replay and you don't know how to get involved in this, you've got to join our Discord. So Salty, can you put the Discord link up there? Look in chat for this Discord link. It's the only way to join our Discord. And that's basically where in MMFC outings, that's where we plan these trips. And that's where we everything goes down on the Discord, basically. Okay, some things that I'm going to recommend for the pickle run. Are you done with that, Roman?
Yep.
Anything else to say on that? Okay, pickle run. So
just
something I'm going to recommend to you guys. Go ahead.
Just meet at 7. Meet at 7 a.m. Coordinate with your buddy. It's ! Discord. Eric, there you go. I think Leonard got it. Thanks, Leonard. Meet ahead of time organize with your group. If your group wants to go later or whatever, just shoot for 7 a.m. And then we're meeting at Shelter Island. We're gonna park there. We're gonna transfer your partner's kayak to your truck or car or vehicle, whatever. Jump in your car, head over to Mission Bay, Dana Landing, and then we're gonna all launch from Dana Landing, come out the channel, and then go down through the Point Loma side all the way to San Diego Bay, into Shelter Island, and then you'll be back at the vehicle you left, and then you'll load all of your stuff onto that vehicle, and then drive back to Mission Bay to drop off the person and their kayak that drove in the morning. Okay, that's the pickle run. That's a pickle procedure.
And if you're, I mean, when else are you going to get a group of 10 or more people to go with you on a trip? That's the safest way I think to do it. Travel in numbers.
Yep.
You can travel far. Travel alone, You travel fast, but you don't travel as far. So this is a cool way to get out there if you haven't even done anything like this and be with a group of experienced people like Roman and Kevin and Leonard and Cal, all those guys that are going to be out there that have done all this before that can help you out on the water.
Yep. And if you want to catch fish, just make sure you follow Nakata the whole time. Get like real close. Cast exactly where he's casting. He loves that.
Yeah.
Okay. He loves that. Cool.
He loves it too when I go by him and on my boat and I tilt it way up and I put out a huge wake. No more jokes, Kevin. Or the joke's gonna be on you.
Oh, dang. Okay, and then if you're not gonna do the pick, so we have Kevin asked how many people are signed up for it. I think we have like about 10 people going, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So we have about 10 people going. It's gonna be a good sized group. So safety in numbers. Another thing is if you're not doing the pickle run and you're gonna do the lobster opener and you're kind of like new to it and you want to figure out how to do it, we have a video series for that. It's called Hoop Netting 101. So let's see. I put it in the chat. Boom. Count the finger smudges on your rod.
I can see it, Kevin. The jokes aren't funny anymore. It's in a wrapper behind his head.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so there you go.
Eric doesn't have it. He'd have my new rod with a Raiders hat right on top of it.
The Raiders sticker on it. Cool. All right. So that's the announcement for the hoop netting and the announcement for the pickle run that's happening this Saturday.
I had a few things to talk about pickle run. A few things real quick, Roman.
Go for it.
Okay, so if this is your first trip out with us, a lot of you guys have done this many times. We do communicate via Discord, which means we have headsets on, usually wireless headsets on that connect directly to our phone. And while we're on the water, we're all communicating. It's awesome because of safety. We're talking to each other, but it's also we share in the stoke. So to get on that, you have to join our Discord, and there'll be a sessions comm, I think it's called.
Yep.
And you'll see us all in there. And even if you're not on the water and you want to chime in and hear what's going on, chime in and hear what's going on. I would recommend having your headphones fully charged, your phone fully charged, because this is like a 14-mile trip. This is all there.
Yeah.
And even if you have something like Roman, don't you carry a backup battery even?
I do. If you don't, you should have a backup battery, guys, for your phone. And then also bring your marine radio if you have it, just as a backup.
Yep. Another thing, if you guys do catch a fish that you want to keep, I'm going to have some ice on my boat. So call me over on Discord. I'll come on over, grab your fish, throw it on ice. So if you don't have a kill bag set up on your kayak, this is the time. I'll be out there. I'll have some ice in my boat, and I'll grab your fish, and I'll give them to you when we get back to shore.
Cool.
So, because it's going to be such a long trip, I think we can keep them nice and fresh that way. And if you guys start catching a bunch of macs for bait, also I have a live well on my boat, so I can store those for you also. And I'm requesting, guys, for everybody that's out there, take photos for me. So I have something to show on PB Shoutouts next week. So
Very cool.
take your phones, and when you take a picture, turn it sideways, please. It turns out, I mean, it's cool if it's straight up and down for Instagram and stuff, but sideways works so much better on PB Shoutouts.
But Instagram's dead. Just kidding. Yeah, take them sideways.
That's it for me for Pickle Run, unless you got anything to add on things to bring.
That's it.
Oh, pick a buddy. I mean, you already have a partner, but, when you're out in the water, have fishing somebody within, eyesight. So pick a buddy system. We'll keep an eye on each other.
We should have our buddy system anyway. We should already have buddies. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And don't you put on a flag when you go out in the ocean, just so guys and
if you ever spotted your public flag, you can rock your spotted your public flag. I'll be rocking mine. So.
Yeah. So for a visual, so you don't get hit.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, Arnie, do you want to call in now? That way we can take care of it during announcements. That'd be fantastic. Are you available?
No, I won't. Okay.
Let's see.
I am getting a long delay between me and you for some reason.
Oh. How about now? Check 1 2.
Perfect. That's better. Whatever you just did. Did you do anything?
Yeah, I did. I fixed the delay.
I'm like watching like one of those old karate movies where your mouth is moving and I'm getting the sound a little different.
That's so funny. All right, so I'm gonna have Arnie's calling in. I'm gonna get him on here, and then if you can't hear him, we're just gonna go through announcements and let you know when we're done. I'll switch over to half screen, and then kind of take it from there. Okay.
No, I don't fillet the fish, Mark. Sorry. I just plop it in the ice and then plop it right over to you.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear the phone ringing?
I do.
Oh, very cool.
Cool. We've been wanting to try that.
Oh, that means that like we'll be able to do calls.
Yeah.
We're calling in today.
Do it.
Hello. Oh, he hung up on me. Calling back.
He sent you the voicemail.
Hello. Hello.
You know who's really good at
There he
filleting
is.
fish?
There he
Is
is.
Kevin
Hold
and
on.
Coach. Kevin and Coach
Hold on, Brian.
got it down.
Can you hear us, Arnie?
I can hear you.
Perfect.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Evening, everybody.
Awesome. Can you hear Brian? Say something, Brian.
Hey, Arnie. Good evening.
Hey, Brian, what's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can take phone calls.
Okay, let me turn my audio down, the computer down, so I can hear you guys good. Okay, cool. There we go.
All right.
Gotcha.
Next week we're doing call-ins, guys, with your questions.
Let's do it tonight.
All right, we have the show already figured out. All right, Arnie, let's do this. So,
Okay, cool. First, go ahead.
guys, Arnie's calling in with the CCA, and he's gonna give us a little bit of an overview on this petition that we've been signing since that we've just heard of on Monday, and then CCA's also got a event happening. I think it's called the Charter Challenge. So we're gonna hear about those two things, and here we go. Take it away.
Okay, everybody. Good evening. Okay, the big thing that everybody's been seeing, and Kevin was talking a lot about on Monday, is the Carp Mandate, and really how this is really going to pose a threat to sport fishing in California. Basically, what it is, the California Air Resources Board is planning to implement new restrictions and changes to our current fleet here in California. Their claim is they need to address two kinds of emissions: hydrocarbons from the fuel that's stored in the tank while the boats are not underway, and more importantly, the nitrogen oxide emissions. That's what does the harm to the ozone layer and atmosphere, and it contributes to greenhouse gases. Now, right now, we're using current Tier 3 level engines, which I believe have been in existence for probably since the early 2000s. And with the change in technology at that time involved with going with higher pressure fuel injectors, feedback systems with computers. So two benefits that happened when all these sport fishers started changing engines, which actually the state was giving them incentives to cover some of the costs, was basically, yes, we got lower emissions, but more importantly, they got better fuel economy, which helped the fleet. Now, if you guys have been fishing past that time, back 2000 and earlier, we all remember how when the boats fired up and they started off, you saw the big cloud of black soot and the smell of the diesel fuel, and that used to get a lot of people ill on these boats. Say the truth, I mean, if you've been on a sport fisher lately, we don't see that anymore. That has been currently cleaned up significantly. Now, what happened in 2010 here on land, what the state of California implemented was that they changed the light duty and the semi-truck diesel engines over to where they're addressing these emissions that they're talking about. And one of the big changes was adding exhaust gas recirculation, EGR, catalytic converters, and anybody who owns a late model diesel pickup now knows you have to use diesel exhaust fluid or DEF. And you have a separate tank besides your fuel tank that you put DEF fluid in. And what the DEF does with the injection system and the catalytic converters involved, they're sprayed into the exhaust stream to reduce nitrogen oxide emissions, commonly known as NOx. They came with a substantial increase in initial cost. Plus, obviously, there's more maintenance. You have to buy DEF fluid. And what I've seen happen working at AutoZone, I've run into many guys who's like trying to drive down to LA and trying to limp along their DEF fluid. They're running low. You get warnings on the dash. If you're running low to a certain point, it starts reducing ignition timing and start taking away power. I've actually met people who were coming down from LA. They ran out of DEF. And basically what it did, you're now idling. So I had these guys idling down the emergency lane all the way down the freeway. And where my AutoZone is, the first parts store you run into coming down the 5. And these guys coming in and buying 2 big jugs of DEF fluid to fill up their DEF tank so they can have power.
Dang.
So this is something that additionally the sport boats are going to have to add. They're going to have a DEF tank. They're going to have to way to store the DEF. And one of the biggest problems that's going to really happen to these sport fishers is the catalytic converter. It's a device that if you've been underneath your vehicle and after you shut it off, that's the thing that's damn near glowing red hot. They operate at between 1,500 and 2,200 degrees. They're basically hot enough. If you put a piece of paper up against it, it's going to light it on fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is not a good thing for a wood construction or a wood composite fiberglass construction boat.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to try to force your older sport fishers off the water. Boats like the Daily Double, boats like the Searcher, boats like New Seaport, all these old construction boats that are made out of wood, they're basically going to be quote unquote obsolete. And the other thing that's happening, even for the metal construction boats like the Royal Polaris, the Spirit of Adventure, the American Angler, the Excel, what they're going to have to do, that increased heat, they're going to have to find a way to deal with it. I don't know if you guys have been by when they open the hatch to go down and check things while they're underway. There's a ton of heat coming out of that hatch as it is today.
Yeah.
Now you're going to probably increase it by 1,000 degrees.
Wow.
So that's going to cause a problem. They're going to have to do some kind of ventilation to these hulls to deal with the heat. Otherwise, you're basically going to cook the boat from inside out.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that really the attitude, unfortunately, seems like to me, reading this document that Chris Arachidera sent me, the Carb board put together proposing how they're going to make these changes. Again, like Kevin said the other night, Tier 5 doesn't exist. And the DEF fluid, the catalytic converters, and the EGR systems are the only systems on the market right now that are available to address nitrogen oxide emissions. So I'm sure this is going to be the way they're going to go. Putting a catalytic converter in there, I don't know if any of you guys have been inside an engine room. We know Captain Dan has, who used to work on sport boats. You don't have a ton of room down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they're talking about possibly having to change the configuration of the hull, maybe lengthen the boat. That's a substantial cost.
That's like not an
That
easy
sounds
thing
impossible.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we can do at this point, is just get people to sign this petition to hopefully sway them into not doing this. Is that what the goal is here?
Right. Basically, they've already submitted some signatures on the petition to the legislature and the cardboard this week. But go on, I think it's safefishing.com.
Yeah, it's up on the screen now, and it's also linked in the chat. We're good.
Yeah.
And then also, guys,
find it there.
Also, guys, while you're there, what you want to do is share it with your friends that might be interested in whale watching, marine life watcher. You know, they don't have to be an angler. It could just be somebody that would like to take a cruise on the bay. You know, like those evening cruises when they do like
whale watching boat, dinner
whale watching boat. When they do the cruise the bay thing, like with like where they have dinner and like a dance thing, like what's it called, corporate events. Those are gonna get knocked too. It's not just fishing. Those guys are using similar type of engines, right? So
water taxi from Coronado
all
to
that
San
stuff,
downtown.
all that stuff. That's like kind of like a signature here in San Diego, I think. You know, like
even like the hornblower cruises.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
hornblower. Is that gonna affect the trolley between? Is it called the trolley between the
ferry?
The ferry, yeah, the ferry. Is that gonna affect the ferry?
Yeah, the ferry from Coronado to San Diego Bay.
I mean, that's
absolutely
right. So all these things are like iconic to San Diego, guys. It's like yeah. So it's not just a fishing thing. It is affecting the anglers, of course, right? But a lot of people honestly don't care about anglers, right? But they'll care about being able to have a whale watching trip if they ever decide to, and it's be like, hey, that's not going to be an option for you anymore if you don't fill out this petition. So that's another way to pitch it to somebody who's maybe not a fisherman.
The problem with the cardboard, ladies and gentlemen, they're not an elected body. They are appointed by the governor. And so, what do you think? Newsom's going to put anybody on the cardboard? They're going to oppose him? Of course not.
Right. So
basically, that's why this is just kind of getting railroaded to us right now.
All right. So this is what we can do, though, right? This is the call. This is the action we can take at this point, right? There's no other action we can take. Cool. All right.
Yes, do that, and also write your state legislatures, or the state assemblymen and the state senators. Write them also.
Perfect.
We got to make as much noise as we can. Have you, your significant other, your voting age children, your friends sign this. We need to really get out here and get people to sign this petition. We got to make some noise, guys.
Got it. All right, Arnie, so let's switch over to the charter challenge. Is this something that's on the website?
It's on the CCA website, ccacalifornia.org.
Okay.
It'll be under the Charter Challenge banner. We have 4 chapters participating: LA, Orange County, Inland Empire, and San Diego.
SoCal Charter Challenge, here it is. Boom.
Yep. Bingo, there you go.
All right.
There it is, SoCal Charter Challenge.
Okay, tell me, do you have to be part of do you have to be a CCA member?
No.
Okay.
The nice thing about this, you will get on the trip, part of the entry fee gives you a 1-year subscription or renewal to CCA.
Awesome. And then SoCal Charter Challenge, I see. Oh, these are the boats you can pick from?
Right, these are the 3 boats. The Navigante on the left is the LA boat. The Fury is the Orange County chapter boat. The Ocean Odyssey is the Inland Empire boat. And the Mustang at the bottom there is the boat for San Diego.
Cool.
Originally, Inland Empire was supposed to be on the Tomahawk, but unfortunately they've had a issue with the boat where it is now off the water and being repaired.
Very cool. Okay, so if you guys are interested, you can go to ccacalifornia.org, check out the details there. And when is this happening?
This is happening, I believe, October 10th, Sunday.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock, and comes home Tuesday, October 12th at 7.
Oh, nice.
Right now, I talked to Chris. We have 2 openings left on our boat. So if you want to do it, jump on.
Which one's your boat?
The Mustang.
The Mustang.
Me and you get to fish with me and Captain Dan.
Nice. Very cool.
We know the Mustang. Shout out to the Mustang.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to the Mustang. Very cool.
Spotty Bowl sponsors.
That's right.
That's right. Captain, I think Chuck is going to be cooking on the boat, hopefully.
Cool. Awesome.
Love.
Okay.
Tell you what, if you guys were at our banquet, I love Chuck's food.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Chuck can cook.
Cool. Well, all right, Arnie. Thanks for calling in and giving us the updates and letting us know about the Charter Challenge. Very cool. There it is, guys. It's ccacalifornia.org for the Charter Challenge information and see if you can find a spot. Sign up. If you want to get on the Mustang, you can fish with Captain Dan and Arnie. Also, let's see. Chris is going to be on that boat, right?
Yep, Chris will be on the boat. Chris Ratchadera and can't remember. Somebody from MMFC is on the boat too. I can't shout out.
Muto. Looks
Shout
like
out whoever you are out there. I
Muto's
think
Muto's on that one. Are you on that one, Muto?
Okay,
on the
there you
Mustang?
go.
There we go. Cool.
Yep.
Very cool. And then yeah, the survey, the what do I call it? Did I just kill that page? The petition. Make sure you guys go check out the petition and sign that petition if you can, please. All right.
Please, guys.
Cool, Arnie. Well, thanks again for hanging out with us today and giving us this update. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me on.
All right, no worries. Have a good one.
Thanks, Arnie. See ya.
You too. Thank you.
Woo, taking out Arnie with a round of applause of the live studio audience. Woo.
Nice job, Arnie.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, guys.
Let's go. Oh.
We're gonna, all announcements are done. We had to get this PSA out for you guys to kind of take action on, so thank you for bearing with us on that. Do me a favor, if you do like the content we're doing right now, and we've done for the past, more than a year now, hit that like button. Let's do 22 people watching, 17 likes. Let's do this. All right.
I got a screen share, so I'm going to go to my screen share.
All right, screen share. I should have done that while you were getting rid of the screen share already. All right, here we go, guys. What's up? Oh, you guys, check this out. MNC,
a new shirt?
baby. It's new to me. Available at shop.romancastro.com. Let's go. If you type an exclamation point shop in the chat, you'll be able to see where all the other products we have available to support the stream and all that good stuff. All right, here we go. We're going to jump into the presentation of the day. And go ahead and introduce it, Brian.
Sure. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that participated in this. I've been hammering everybody about getting me some questions answered about lures they were fishing. And thank you, everybody who participated. I think we had about 14 people participate. So I do thank you for taking your time and answering all my questions. And the topic is top 10 spotty bowl baits used. So like I said at the beginning of the show, we fished for, I think, about 8 months. To me, it's with some of the best spotty anglers in San Diego. These guys are all, after this tournament, they're all heavily experienced on catching spotties. I mean, it was our life for the last 8 months. So I thought it'd be nice to talk to these guys and find out what they were using and what worked for them, what they tried that maybe they weren't trying that worked for them also. So let's start this. And I'm going to rank these 1 to 10. Okay. Number 10, Roman. So this one got 1 vote. So there's one guy out there that fishes this thing, and it worked for him. He made it all the way to playoffs, and this is the hyperelastic dart spin. Basically, it's a ball jig head, and it comes with its own swim bait with a tail spin on the back, Roman. Have you fished that before?
No, but I've seen Kruger fish that one.
Yeah, this is the weedless version of it. So this right here, this is the more standard version, I think, for spotties of it. Comes in, I think, 3 different sizes. This is the weedless version of it. I did experiment with this bait through Spotty Bowl, and I didn't have a lot of success. I even rigged this thing up on an A-rig, 5 of them on A-rig, and tried that out. Nice. I couldn't get it. It's something I have a bunch of them, and I want to spend some time on it. Obviously, they come in a ton of colors. I think the most popular color that this person said they were using was the natural kind of the bait color, the grayish, natural color.
One, yeah.
But that's number 10.
I like it.
Give you a hint who uses it. He fishes from a jet ski.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, number 9, crankbait. Believe it or not, only 2 people said they were using crankbaits during Spotty Bowl.
Dude, that's crazy.
And yeah, I know. I think it's kind of crankbait's kind of an intimidating bait.
Don't be afraid of the crankbait, boys. Those things work. Crankbaits work. What up? Sambo right in the house with Sambo. What up, Sam, dude? It's been a while. Welcome back, dude. We're still here, rocking the intel.
Trying to.
Patrick.
Roman, you're one of the guys that put in for the crankbait. So you had some experience in fish this, and I also,
great.
guys, I asked you winter and summer to go back to that dart spin, and that was for that angler was a winter. That was a winter bait for him. And this was, we got 1 vote for using it summer and 1 for the winter. I think, Roman, you said you were using this in the winter time.
Yeah, it does so good.
Yeah, it's one of those baits, though, that you have to gain the confidence in it. It's one of those baits that I think will get big fish, but it's not one of those baits where you're going to go out and catch 100 fish in one day on crankbaits, unless you're a master of them. We did a whole show on crankbaits, how they work, how to fish them. They fish at different depths. There's a million of them out there. And this is my next crankbait.
Oh, that's a cool one.
I know. When I was researching the
cool.
photos of this, I saw that. I'm ordering that thing probably tonight. I want to catch a spotty.
It looks like it's it's like a chatterbait. No?
It's classified as it's got a bill in the front. I don't know. It's just got, I think it's got like a, I don't know, sectional body, his tail there. I don't know. I'm interested. That thing looks cool.
Yeah. It's the right color at least.
Lure.
It'll get bit.
Awesome if that gets bit.
Dave Rage says, question, I forgot, are crankbaits more or less buoyant in saltwater? Oh, great question, Dave. Saltwater is always going to be more buoyant. Okay, so if you have a lure that's rated for like, I don't know, 17 feet in freshwater, it'll probably go to like 15, 14 feet in saltwater. Okay, and most of these crankbaits are rated for in freshwater, so just know that it's not going to go as deep. Cool.
Yeah, I always oversize it, and when I start feeling it dragging on the bottom or hitting it, I know how deep that thing's going. So with crankbaits, everything with spotties is on the bottom. You're going to bounce that thing on the bottom. You're just going to crank it. You're going to hit that bottom. Primarily, I fish these things in shallow water, 20 feet or less, and I just bounce it through the bottom and bouncing it off everything, trying to let it float up, bounce it, crank it. We have a whole show on the crankbait, so go back and watch it.
It's a cool lure. Yeah, make sure you get like if you're gonna fish the baits, get like something that's rated for like 14, 17 feet, and something that's rated for like 7 to 8 feet.
Yeah, square bill, round bill. Get one of each. Next bait, number 8, the dark sleeper.
The dark
sleeper. I used this a little bit. This is one of the baits I used a little bit in winter, just because it's so weedless and you can get it in that grass. And for me, I can finesse fish this thing pretty well because if you look at the top fin, there's a hook hidden behind that. So this is an easy bait to just fish slow. We got 2 votes for this.
Bro, I fished that bait so hard. I think I've only gotten 1 fish on it ever.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's like I was like super sold on it. Like, yeah, this is like the greatest bait ever. And I was like, okay, let's fish it. And then like I just couldn't get bit on it. And
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway,
where were you fishing it?
Shallow, deep, everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those baits. That's one of the reasons I didn't use it very much I like to fish it for fun, and I always have one in the boat because if you have a beginner fisherman too that is not comfortable getting it through the grass because it's so weedless, this is a good one to get them to start to feel the bottom. You can feel the bottom really good without dragging the whole lawn up with you. But we got 2 votes on that, and both votes were they used it during the winter time. So I think once the bite kind of picked up when the water got warmer, these were banded. They come in multiple colors. This right here was the most popular. Both the 2 people that voted on this said they both used the dark brown. So dark brown. I
haven't fished the dark brown, so maybe I should try that one.
That may be it. Sometime, what color did you fish?
It's kind of like I think the one you showed, like a bluish one.
This first one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a dark brown. Like I have a few of them, so I mess around with those things, but they'll work. You just got to put in some time, get some confidence on them, figure them out. Of course, number 7, drop shot. That's pretty. We got 1 summer vote and 2 winter votes for that. So of course, I know people were doing this, and that's the 14 people. I'm sure if I was able to talk to all 46, probably more people were using the drop shot. In the winter, it was popular. So 3 of the votes were for in the winter time. So winter time, those spotties. If you fish the winter spotty bowl, it was just getting 5 fish sometimes was hard. Forget getting legals. We were just trying to get 5 fish. Yeah, so you had to slow it down.
Same thing with that dark sleeper we were just talking about earlier. Like I didn't have time to like try to figure out that bait because I was trying to just get a bite,
Yeah, I think wintertime it was more like panic time because we were all going to we didn't care if the thing was 10-inch or 15-inch. We just wanted to get our 5 bag at that point. A lot of people were pulling in 3s and 2s and hopefully not 0s. But wintertime, the drop shot was popular because it's one that you can cast out there, set your drift, and just kind of poke around with it. It's a slow finesse setup. And when the spotties aren't biting, they're not very aggressive. This was a go-to bait in the winter. That's my bass setup. If you guys are wondering, largemouth bass. I love to fish the drop shot for largemouth with the robo worm. But drop shot number 7, 3 boats all winter time.
Oh.
I think once the water hit like 68 plus, the spotties were so aggressive. Everybody was going to power fishing, but wintertime was a little different. Number 6, creature baits. Roman, I love fishing me a creature bait. It got 2 summer and 2 winter votes. So a lot of these anglers are using creature baits, and they're using them in a lot of different ways. Creature baits aren't just this. They come in, you name it, lizards. They come in beaver tails with weird things. They're all basically, for us, they're mimicking a crab. That's what you're throwing this down there. They're mimicking a crab. They float. They stick their little tentacles up to the spotty. I think that looks like a crab. Usually you fish these things pretty slow along the bottom. You can also vertically fish these things. Here's one set up on a Tokyo rig.
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention that one.
Tokyo rig?
There it is, right there. It's like a mini drop shot, but the line that goes to the weight is replaced by a rigid arm, like from an A rig. And it does pretty good. You can punch through the cover, and it's weedless. And if the mud on the bottom of the ocean floor is a little bit deep, the weight will go in the mud, but your bait will stay up above the mud. So it's kind of cool.
I have a Tokyo rig that has a shrimp, artificial shrimp on it, that does pretty well. I think. Tokyo rig for me is another one that you can kind of fish slow, bounce it around, and it also works vertically. So if you pull up the pylon, that's a good way to fish that thing too.
Yep.
And the cool thing about that Tokyo rig is because it has that arm, when you're dropping down that pylon, to me, the drop shot kind of gets caught up a little bit, it feels like, when it gets all those muscles, everything that's on a pylon. This seems to fall through that junk a little easier if you do scrape the pylon.
That's cool.
Talked about jig heads. This is the football jig head. That's another popular way to hook up a creature bait. Basically, watched 3 weeks ago, we talked about jig heads. This football jig head, it drags along the bottom. It shakes that creature bait's claws, so it looks like a crustacean running across the floor of the ocean or the bay. And you can also drop shot those creature baits. So there's tons of ways you can fish creature baits. But that was number 6. So. Number 5, the tailspin, Roman. This is another one I think that you said you fished, right?
No, I fished axe blade.
This one, right?
Yeah. That's a jig para. It's like a knockoff of the axe blade, but it's close enough.
Yeah, I just kind of put them in as a generic. I didn't have any specific
tailspin's
brands
good. Yeah,
on here.
tailspin's good. Yeah, that's fine.
But they all kind of have the same theory. The reason I like these things, believe it or not, I don't put a lot of time on these. I do have them. I do fish them. I do catch spies with them. But it wasn't one I used during Spotty Bowl. But for me, the best thing about this lure is you can cast it a mile.
Yeah,
you can cast these things into the wind, with the wind, any direction, and you're going to cast them a mile, which gives you a huge strike zone. When you get that huge strike zone, just I think in pure percentages, your numbers are going to go up. Just because you're covering more water. And these things you reel in pretty fast. They have a pretty steady, fast retrieve. So you're just covering a lot of water. You pull up to your spot, cast this thing as far as you can. Lucky if you hit the bottom where there's no grass, where you can get it right above the grass and crank that thing in and cover a huge strike zone, Roman.
Very cool.
You have any advice for fishing those things?
Don't fish at night because they suck at night for some reason.
I
don't know if it's just
because you can't.
I don't know if it's just my experience or not, but like as soon as it gets dark, they're not as effective. It's weird for me.
I wonder if it's a visual for you, like because you it's hard to see when you cast something that far, like where it hit, and you're not able to watch it. Like for me, I'm watching my line, so at night I feel like I'm handicapped because I cannot see what my braid is doing in the water.
Interesting. No, I think it's just for me. It just doesn't seem to work at night or when it's dark. Real quick, let's take a little quick break and say do a shout out for Oscar. I see Oscar in the house from Texas. HTX Pulsar in the house. What up? Shoo! Sorry I missed you earlier. Welcome. I'm glad to have you back, dude. I'm glad you're doing well. Also, Sound Fishing just showed up. What up? A little late, but I made it. No worries, dude. You're here. Welcome. Have a drink. Chill out. We're going over lures that people fished during the Spotty Bowl Challenge. So, welcome. Go for it.
Yeah, the top 10, the ones that basically all these great spotty anglers were using. So that right there, the tailspin is number 5. Number 4, get rid of the applause, ready, Roman.
All right, number 4.
Cool baits underspin. Cool baits underspin. Number 4.
Okay,
so,
okay. I'll give you an applause. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do.
So cool baits underspin. Obviously, I have a lot of experience on these. Pro staff cool baits. I fish these things constantly. I make these things. Cool baits underspin was got 7 votes total, 3 in the summer and 4 in the winter. So I think it was working year round for a lot of anglers. Way you fish this guy, buy that jig head, and then you put whatever you like on it. They make a weedless version. Most popular is with a swim bait, like a 3.5-inch swim bait for spotties, like High-Techs, MC swim baits. And the way you fish these is basically cast it in, let it hit the bottom, and then slow roll it towards you.
Very cool.
And these are another bait. Go ahead.
Very cool. I just got a boat invite from Sam. He said I finally got my boat last week. I don't think it was a boat invite, but I'm just gonna say it's a boat invite. So Sam, I'm down anytime you want to take me on your boat, dude. I'm good.
We'll
break
be
in your
out
new boat
on Saturday, Sam. So come by and say hi. We're gonna be doing that pickle run.
Yeah, Sam, we're gonna be
Come by
doing.
and let us see this new boat.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a pickle run from Mission Bay to Shelter Island, fishing like Point Loma area, the kelp. So we'll be out there, dude. It'll be like 10 kayaks. Brian will be out there on his boat. So if you want to, if you're out there fishing, you want to cruise by, say what's up. We'll be out there, dude. Yeah, congrats, Sam.
Cool.
Very cool.
Let's hook up. Let's see this.
He had ordered it a while ago, so it took a long time to get it.
Oh, it's brand new.
I think so. Yeah.
Holy smokes! So what'd you get, Sam?
All right, he'll let us know what he got in a second. Very cool. So all these are all the different colors you guys make.
Yeah, he waited 9 months. He said, "Holy mackerel, that's gotta be the longest 9 months of your life." Yeah, he birthed it.
Yeah, it's like a baby.
Yeah, so cool baits. That was pretty popular. I think a lot of people are starting to gain confidence in this bait. At the beginning, it's not. I wouldn't call it a beginner bait, but once you get good at the cool bait, it definitely produces big fish. And it'll get you bit, no question. Okay, awesome. Number 3. A rig, also known as Alabama rig, Roman. Yeah. To me, I would rig up a Recon A rig full of cool baits, and that was my absolute 100% Spotty Bowl go-to. That's basically the rig that won me the championship. Sorry, Adobo, but I just hammered that A rig all day long. And the thing about the A rig, we did a whole show on it. And I think the thing about the A-rig is the big guys in their natural habitat, when they see a school of fish go over, they come up out of their hole, they come up off the bottom, and they're not going to chase around one little fish. They're looking for that easy meal. They're experienced. They're older spotties, and they're looking for that school of fish to go by where they easy pickings, basically. Yeah, they can go up. They know they're not going to waste their energy chasing a single fish. Yeah. At least that's my theory. And I think that this setup gets you not only a lot of fish, but it gets you the big fish. I think it's a big fish getter.
Perfect.
A-rig comes multiple different ways. You can get it with willow blades all around it, no willow blades, 5 arms, 7 arms, 3 arms. There's an endless supply of A-rigs. One I use is the Recon A-rig, rigged up with cool baits. And when I was fishing this, Roman, I would actually bring out usually 2 or 3 A-rigs of different weights. I'd have one set up for 20 pounds. I would have one set up for, not 20 pounds, I'm sorry, 20 feet deep, 15 feet deep, and 10 feet and shallower. So I would have 3 A-rigs set up, and I would figure out with the tide how much weight to put on each one, and that was the bait for me. So this was my number 1.
Very cool.
Did you fish the A-rig, Roman?
I did, but I think I did like the XL Recon.
Yeah, I have the XL Recon. That's the bigger version of the two. It's got heavier wire. The wires are about 1 inch longer, And I use that one with 1 ounce baits all the way around it when I'm fishing like the bait barge or fishing somewhere like 40 feet deep, somewhere deeper. That's where I throw that one out. And I'm still working on a ultralight A-rig.
Oh yeah.
Almost got it down. So I mentioned that like a month ago. I'm not going to have any to hand out this weekend, but soon, guys. It's gonna be cool.
Very cool.
I'll just tell you that. Okay, number 2. This is the Muto special. The number 2. This thing. So let's just say in winter this got 2 votes, right, Roman?
Yeah.
And then I think Muto started talking about it in Salty and maybe Adobo. And then in summer, this got 8 votes. So I think everybody saw what was going on with this thing, especially during I think April and May.
Yeah.
Because that's when I fished this thing a lot too, was April and May, when you could pull up to pylons and just hammer it with this thing.
Yeah,
this thing was on fire.
I think Dario gave me one, and I was like, oh, let's see how this works. And then it was like, oh shit, this is working. So I went and bought a ton.
Yeah, if you weren't fishing this in April and May, oh man. The thing about this thing, I know Muto, this is his specialty, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it. The thing about this guy is when you drop this thing down, the hookup percentage versus other things where you kind of have to set the hook, the hookup percentage of this, I think it's because it has the world's sharpest hooks and it's also the world's dangerous lure, is that usually when anything bites this thing, for me, it would definitely stay on the hooks. Because number one, it would get that trailer hook or those assist hooks. And if it didn't get one of those, the one on the back would get it. And when you pulled it up, sometimes all 3 hooks would have that spotty. So they weren't getting away either. This thing, the hookup percentage was super high. It's not like sometimes when you're fishing the swim baits, when you get those short strikes, you're like, and you get like 3 short strikes in a row and you're trying to figure out how to get them to take the bait. These things don't do that. I think if they even swipe at it, you got a good chance of landing one of those big guys.
Yeah, if they look at it, they're going to get hooked.
Oh my gosh. So this thing, guys, if you're new to fishing this, Salty knows from experience, you got to be careful with these. When I catch a spotty with these and they're shaking around, I don't get that thing anywhere near me. With a cool bait, I reach in his mouth, I pop the bait out, throw the bait out, to the side and get my picture of the fish. With these, I'm like holding the line. I've got my pliers in my hand. I'm shaking that hook out of its mouth. I don't want my hand anywhere near these things. I think they have the sharpest hooks I've ever dealt with. It's crazy.
That's right.
And especially if you pull up a Mac, because you catch a lot of Macs on these for some reason. If you pull up a Mac and those things are having their Mac seizure, don't even put your hand near that thing, because it'll throw that thing and that thing will get you in the arm. Just as Salty. They do come. This right here is the Major Craft. And I think that was the most popular that everybody's fishing. But they do. Some of you guys had mentioned that you bought some off Amazon. I'm not sure if it's what they look like. I'm not sure. But there is other manufacturers that make them. And some of you said you had better luck with the Amazon ones. So,
interesting.
Yeah. But that took the scene on fire. And this bait did awesome. And obviously it got the second most votes. All right, Roman. You're going to have to describe this. The number one bait of Spotty Bowl. Believe it or not, I was pretty shocked when I added this number up.
No way, was it?
The number one bait of Spotty Bowl, and mainly because of winter, it got 3 votes in summer and 8 votes in winter. This was the go-to.
What? Here's the thing.
I've heard of this bait, but I wasn't quite sure. I did a Google search to find a picture of it. And did I spell that right? Ned Rig?
Yeah.
But, yes. So
wait, Hyder, did I say that? Did I say, oh, shoot? Did I? Oh, that's so funny.
Pretty much. So 11 out of the 14 people said they were at one point they used the Ned Rig, and mainly 8 out of those 14 people were using this pretty heavily during winter. And like I said, we were just trying to catch anything at that point. So
that's funny. Okay, so
Roman, go ahead.
That's the wrong one right there, Brian. I
know I didn't. So I brought up this because I don't know which head to use on Ned Rigs. I don't fish a Ned Rig a lot. So Roman.
Okay, so they only make the biggest one they make is 1/5 of an ounce. And you don't want to use a finesse one. You want to use a power finesse one, which has a thicker gauge wire on the hook, and it's still 1/5 of an ounce. I wish they made a heavier version, which actually lets me segue into some cool good news that I heard through the grapevine. So Mr. Nakata over here, Mr. Kevin Nakata is now officially pro staff for Savage Gear. I don't know if it's okay to announce that, Kevin, or not, but sorry, I'm doing it anyway. So he's got a crazy line of new baits that, well, not just new baits to me, right, that I'll be experimenting with. And so I think they make a heavier version of the Ned rig.
Like how heavy?
Oh no, he's not a pro staff. He's a rep. He's like the rep for West Coast, I think. So
gotcha.
There you go. So he's got, I think do you guys have a line of Ned rig style baits, Kevin? I think you guys do. It'd be cool to see some of that stuff. And I don't know what your availability is like, but if you're available, maybe you could do a segment with me on one of the Mondays, or maybe if you want to do it on a Wednesday too, it would work too. And you can do yeah, okay, there you go. He's a rep for Savage Gear for SoCal and Hawaii, guys. So let's yes, nice. Yeah, so yeah, get your stuff, get the stuff together that you want to show us. And you know what we do? We fish for spotties primarily, right? And then now that you saw like the types of baits that we're using here, what's the Savage Gear equivalent to these or better version of these? That's kind of what I want. That's what I want to see. That's what I think the guys will want to see. So that way it's a benefit to everybody. Okay, cool. Let's keep it going.
Ned rig. So
oh yeah.
I'm gonna go over colors as soon as it's over. I actually broke down all the colors people were using too, but colors, Roman. So there's your Z-Man colors. I know that's your favorite Ned rig. What colors did you use during Spotty Bowl?
The one that you had on the first picture with the red head. That's like the best one in my opinion. That one. It's like California craw or Canada craw. I forget what they call it, but it's like that green on top, and the bottom it's like white opaque. It's like the best one.
Dark green.
Yep. So dark green. And then if you go back to the chart where you have all the different colors, top right, where it's like gray on top and white on the bottom. It's like a little smelt, little like little natural bait.
Yep.
And then the weirdest one is you can do the one that's like bottom left, second from the bottom. Bottom left, second from the bottom. It's like orange and black.
Dark brown?
It's like orange and black.
Oil? Like rust oil, copper, or something like that?
Bottom left, but go up one.
Yeah. So like to me that looks like brown.
Yeah, it's like orange, kind of like that one. Or there's one that's like actually looks like a Cheeto. It's like full on, just straight flat orange.
Right on. Yeah. So Ned rig, man, everybody was all about that. And Roman, I was watching a Ned rig video, believe it or not,
yeah.
and I they do sell this type of bait, which you could make a Ned rig easily into a weedless bait. Did you ever use this?
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one. Also,
yeah, I saw it was the correct color.
Yeah, that's perfect color right there. That exact bait will get so big right there. And then Salty turned me on to Ned rig's other shape. They have like a little, they call them goats, like little baby goats, and they have little legs, little fluttering parts. That's a good one too. The baby goat on the Ned rig head.
Cool. All right, I'm done with the top 10 guys. Hopefully you got some information out of that. Like I said, I think these guys were some of the best spotty anglers in SoCal that fished this, so that's some good information to have when now you know what these guys use to win these tournaments. All right, I'm gonna exit my screen share here at Roman.
That's cool. That's cool. Very exciting. Very exciting. That was a cool segment, Brian. That's good. Like I was like, why are you asking me all these questions, bro? I'm not gonna give you all my secrets. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool for the show, huh? I like it. So, any questions, guys, on any of the lures you just saw? How to fish them, how to throw them, colors. Any questions that pop up now is a good time to ask. Also, since we're gonna be fishing out there on Saturday in the kelp and stuff, and after this we're gonna do PB shoutouts, guys. I promise. After since we're gonna be out there fishing in the kelp and Point Loma and stuff, what are you guys gonna be throwing? Like, what's the recommendation? Since it's gonna be bigger fish than we're used to, right? So are we trying to rock fish? Are we trying to catch stuff on live bait? Are we trying to catch calicos on these like 5-7 inch swim baits? What's the deal?
I don't know how good the calico fishing is going to be. I know it's not like prime time for calico right now. Okay. So I bet a lot of people are going to be fishing the bottom for rockfish or whatever's lurking down there. But maybe we'll get some calicos. Here, I'll show you exactly what I'm going to fish. I wasn't going to talk about that, but I'll just do 2 minutes soon. I put together this box for this trip, Roman.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Can you see that?
I'm gonna go full.
This looks like a jewelry display to me.
So blingy.
This is
dude.
This is my croc rig box.
It's all
guys.
Crocs.
And it's all Crocs, different sizes, different. This is my bling box right here, man. When I show up and I pull that out, they're like, dang, that's some bling.
The fish just jump on the boat.
So I'll be fishing the croc. I love the croc. Catches anything, I'll yo-yo that croc and catch a rockfish. I'll be fishing the Muto specials, which are the slow pitch jigs. I got multiple sizes of those. Those seem to be working really well lately too. I'll be fishing my Colt Sniper jerk baits. Of course, if I see anything on the surface,
boom,
Barracuda, bonita. If I'm not fishing the croc, I'll fish one of these. Nice. And of course, I'll be fishing the cool baits for any calico bass that are roaming around, or even bonita or whatever is roaming around too. They got that flash too.
What size?
That's what I'm bringing. I like 1 ounce out there.
Yeah, 1 ounce. Yep. What's your
1
leader?
ounce, 3/4 ounce. I mean, if
what size leader are you doing on that?
Big, I'll do a 30. I'm gonna fish with 65-pound braid, 30-pound mono leader.
Okay.
Probably about a 10-footer, just so I can get it through the guides nice.
Yeah.
But if I find like nice fresh kelp all the way up to the surface, which I think we might find that. Last time we went out there, Roman, it was dead. But if the calico are in there, I'll throw like a 3/4 or half, and I'll just find a hole, and I'll just drop that thing down there really slow and pull it right out of that hole. So
nice.
Let's see if we get some calicos. See if we can get bit out there.
Very cool.
Don't forget to bring your Crocs.
Your what?
Your Crocs.
Your Crocs?
Your bling.
Oh, your crocodiles. Yeah. I was like, shoes?
Slang for my Crocs.
Cam Dance says Kevin took an 8-day to take. Okay, cool. Can't imagine.
If you've never fished a cool bait too, when we're out there, I'll have a boatload of them. Come on over to me. I'll hook you up. And also, if you want to try a Croc, I'm not sponsored by a Croc, but I got a bunch of them. I'll let you have one of those to try out too.
Nice. Nice.
Hit me on Discord.
Very cool.
Okay, Roman, I'm sorry. These guys spent so much time answering my questions. I want to give out the colors. It's only going to take me a few minutes, so I'll go through really quick. Summer colors. Number 7 with 1 vote. This is when I pick colors, this is all the creature baits, swim baits, anything, the Ned rigs. I just compiled them all. It was too much information.
Regardless of the form, it's just whatever colors. Go for it.
Yeah, colors. Number 7 was pink in the summer. Number 6 with 1 vote. Number 6 was orange with 1 vote. Number 5 was blue with 1 vote. Number 4 was white. I always think white works really well. Number 3 was natural, like a shad color, silver. It got 4 votes. And this was pretty weird to me. Number 2 color for summer was black.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, 4 people said that black was what was working for them well. And the number 1 color, which I know everybody uses, is dark green. No matter what you throw, dark green. Dark green's the color to go with. Wintertime, pink, then red, then chartreuse. Nobody was fishing chartreuse in the summer, which is weird. Chartreuse in the winter, red, brown. Natural color was number 2, and the number 1 color in summer, again, dark green, green pumpkin, whatever you want to call it.
Dang.
That seems to be the go-to at all times. And slow pitch jigs, since that was such a popular category, the number 4 color was red. Number 3 color was a glow.
Yep.
Number 2 was the pink, and the number 1 color was the natural one that looks like an actual fish.
Like blue?
So natural and blue. I combined those as both because I'm not sure. I think the natural is blue. So slow pitch jigs going on. All right.
Very
ready
cool.
for some PB shout-outs?
64 days, yeah, exactly right. All right, it's time, boys, for the PB shout-out segment of the day. Once again, thank you to Sound Fishing. Thank you, Anthony, for the awesome intro music. Here we go. You ready? Brian, you want to let me know when you're ready? I'll get this.
I got a screen share real quick, Roman.
Get this thing queued up. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice. All right, remember, guys. Pickle run this Saturday. Let's do it. And if you need to learn about setting up your hoop nets, type in !hoop net into the chat, and you'll get a link to my hoop netting 101 video series. Okay. Here we go. We'll teach you how to get your hoop net from the shelf off the store, all rigged up and ready to go, so you can actually fish it. Okay. All right, you ready, Brian?
Let her rip, man.
We've seen you out on the water, They say you fishing harder. I guess we'll find out this week on our PB Shout Out!
Yeah. So good. I think it's
I love
fire,
that song.
dude.
That's awesome. Thank you, Anthony. That's
It's me
good.
hyped up,
There's
dude.
Cal.
What up, Cal? Yeah.
Double fisted Cal.
Is Cal in here? Oh, yeah, I see him. He's in here. What's up? Katy Perry.
Sorry, Cal. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I think the Padres are officially out of the playoffs.
No, they're not. They're always in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. Anyway, PB shoutouts. If you're interested in showing off a fish you caught this week, reach out to me in either Instagram or on Discord and share your picture of a fish and tell me a little story about it, and you'll be on PB shoutouts. It doesn't have to be your personal bets. It could just be a cool fish you caught that you want to show off or let everybody know what's going on in our local waters and how you caught it.
Very cool. Anthony, I know you're in the chat. I'm going to ask you this while we're. Is it okay if we make that track available to Patreon supporters as a ringtone? Let me know. Go ahead.
I'm going to guess his answer is going to be yes.
Yes.
That's a great idea. I like that as my ringtone.
Yeah, Leonard
Okay, PB shout-outs. First one up. This guy's, it seems like he's on every week. This is Dave Rage. If you guys don't know who this is, he's another double fister like Cal, it looks like.
You know, you can tell how experienced a fisherman is by how old their extra tough boots are. He's getting some wear on those things. I like it.
Your money's worth out of those babies. Yeah, look at all this tuna on the deck too.
That's so
So
awesome.
Dave Ridge, he called in sick to work. He was not feeling very well, Roman. So he called in sick. But I don't know. He had some kind of, I guess, 1 minute sickness where he was able to get out on a boat as soon as the call was over. So don't tell his boss. But Dave called in sick. He went fishing on the Malahini.
Oh, interesting.
He caught one good sand bass with the bait barge. You know, that's always a good sign when you're on one of those boats and you already hooked up. And
Already
haven't
did
left the
skunk.
bait barge.
Yep.
The skunk's already off the boat. You already lost your scent track because you caught a fish and you rubbed it all over your line, so that garage smells off it, and now it smells like a fish. Now you're ready to catch some more. He caught it on a 30-gram jig par. They made one stop around 9:30 a.m. and we caught yellowtail and skipjacks. So first stop, that's awesome. You're already hooking up. He caught two. It looks like those are yellowfin tuna to me. He caught two of those, both fly lining sardines, both on 25-pound test, fluoro leader, and a number 4 hook. Hey, 25-pound test? Man, you're fishing light, Dave. That's pretty light for that, isn't it?
Maybe they were shy.
Must have been. He caught him on his Avid MXL MC and a Phoenix Abyss 809 rod. No, I'm sorry. He said 20 to 50 pound. The second he caught on a Penn Preble rod, 15 to 30 pounds, similar to a Phoenix M1, but he says they're only $89. So he's promoting this Penn rod. Says it's a good rod, good combo. It has a stiff back. And when he got home, he made some sushi rolls and some quick poke.
Poke.
Okay, poke.
I think it's talking about something else.
So, good job, Dave Rage.
Hey Joe, I put a link to the resources guide on my website, and if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the exact Ned rig that I recommend. It's the Power Finesse one. You just click on it; it'll take you to the Amazon link that has that exact tackle. It's. Go ahead.
Are you pushing the Ned rig?
No, I'm just pushing the baits that people want to use, man. Just pushing the baits people want to use,
Number
man.
one bait, dude.
Number one.
Number one bait. I was shocked about that too. Number one bait. Yep, I'm gonna hear that all year. All right. Next person up. We got Caden, who's Stingray 101. I don't know if you're in the chat, Caden, but look at what we got here. Another guy slaying. To me, Roman, that looks like is maybe Kevin would know better, but that looks like Coronado Island behind me, doesn't it?
That's
Coronado
one of the Coronados, yeah.
Yep. He was on the Point Loma fly lining sardine with the number 2 size J hook. They went into Mexico past the islands. So he must be just past the islands there. Fight was really fun, despite the rod he was using was a bit of a pain. Had some bad action to it, but he was able to land those. using I think it's called a Pacifica Cerebay with a Daiwa saline 30 with 30-pound fluoro, 30-pound braid, 30-pound fluoro. And there he goes. Got himself another double fister, and it looks like there's more on the deck too. So.
Roy said it looks like he's wearing a pirate hat because the island's behind him. That's so funny.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, that's North Island, Kevin says.
Shades too, man. I like those shades, dude. They also work as safety goggles.
Exactly.
Those are awesome.
Yep, I like it. Windshield.
Pair of those. Look at his pants too, man. That guy's been fishing. He's been over at the bait team. All right.
Wow.
Okay, so I put on if anybody sets an MMFC record, if you don't know, in the Discord we have our own club records, and one was broke this week. So there's a lot of vacancies, guys. There's a lot of vacancies. So look at the records, set one of those records so that you can get on PV shoutouts, and they'll also hold a record until somebody takes it. There's a lot of vacant records.
It'll be immortalized in history.
Yeah, you would. So this is Eric Klein, Cobra 89. If you're in chat, that's his chat. He caught this in San Diego Bay, a halibut on a Cool Baits underspin. Of course, not an Ed rig. He caught it on a Cool Baits 3/8 underspin with a 3-inch swim bait. It was green and black with a clear with glitter, so dark green, of course. That seems to be one. 21-inch, no weight. It was a long enough battle on a light line. It sounds like he was fishing light line. He didn't say it was specify what size, but I bet he was fishing that on 10-pound test.
There you go. Remember, guys.
There you go. Official record 21 inches. Go out there and beat it.
There's a lot of vacant. There's a lot of vacant MMFC records, guys. So go out there and get them. And remember, what you do in life echoes in eternity. Where's that from, Brian?
I think that's from Bloodsport.
No. Oh,
no.
Where's it from, boys? Let me know in the chat. Go for it. MFC record. Barracuda in the house.
Van Damme movie?
Nope.
Don't know it, man. Sorry. I only do Star Wars quotes. Eric Klein again, Cobra 89, setting a Barracuda Club record this weekend. So he got 2 records in 1 week. He caught this. I got this one started and leaving lots of Eric Klein. Hold on, I got to read through this whole. I'm sorry. He caught it at the bait barge on a Jig Par slow pitch jig, the Muto Special 30 gram, 20.5 inches, and it weighed 20 inches and only weighed 1 pound.
Oh wow!
And those things are slim. Slime stick, don't touch that thing. If you touch that thing, you're gonna regret it.
Yeah,
your hand is stink all day.
Throw that hog trough over the side along with the fish, and don't ever. Just kidding. So Cal said he's got a 26-inch halibut from the secret spot. Cal, when was that? Was that after the 9th of last month? Was it this month? No. Was that after September 9th? That's when we started the official MMFC record. So if it was after September 9th and you had a picture of it, send it in, and you can beat that record.
That's right. All our prior fish from years in the past don't count. It's only from September 9th forward.
Yeah, we're starting fresh.
Starting fresh. That way it's somebody that caught some kind of massive fish back in the day that nobody will beat.
Oh, I said before COVID. No, it doesn't count. Sorry, Cal. But the one you're gonna catch this weekend counts.
Okay, here's another record. It's not huge, but it's the official record. And this is Anthony Sound City. You did it.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Nice.
He's got a club record. That is our mackerel club record. Let's see what he got this on here. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. He caught it at the Embarcadero Pier. So he's fishing the pier, got it on a Jig Par 10 gram. Is a 10.25.
10.25.
Did not weigh it for some reason. So there's our official Mac record.
I like it. It's so good.
While he was on the same pier, he set another record.
With a
Anthony
bonito.
Got slaying. He got a bonito on the Embarcadero Pier. Caught it on the same bait, the Jig Par 10 gram length. 12-inch. Somebody better beat that this weekend.
It's awesome.
I know the bonito are in, so if you catch a bonito, somebody better beat that.
Cal's like, that Mac is a tank. That's awesome.
Here he is, right himself, fishing in Embarcadero.
Get it.
Embarcadero Pier. There he is, and I can see the shell in the background. Was there a concert going?
That's
I love
perfect.
fishing there when there's a concert going.
Oh, it's so close to it, yeah.
Live music, and there he is showing off his record-sized catch.
Bonito, yeah, it's awesome.
Sweet shoes too.
Like what?
Next up, this is SoCal Angler, also known as Oscar. out there catching his PB. He was fishing for sheephead in La Jolla. He caught his PB black perch, 30 to 40 feet of water fishing in the kelp with a raw shrimp.
Yeah, these little guys are like so aggressive on the bait. They don't even give the sheephead time to like realize that there's a bait there. These guys are so aggressive. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I guess so. I don't know if we have a category for that fish, so it would have been the record because nobody submitted one, but it's a whopping 9-incher.
Nice.
He pulled it up with his Daiwa DC 5000 on a 7-foot medium heavy ugly stick. Probably a pretty big overkill for that. He caught it with 50-pound braid and 40-pound mono. Did you even feel you had a fish?
Did you know you had a fish, or were you just trying to check your bait? That's so funny.
A little bit of overkill for that, but hey, it's a fish, right?
Yep,
So,
still counts.
Got the skunk off the boat.
What
There
up,
you go.
Ghost? Welcome.
Next up, he's all the way from Texas. This is Oscar. Man,
Yeah.
Oscar, when you take a picture, get everything and then turn that camera sideways for me.
Boom! What a
But
shiny.
Oscar
green bass.
recovering from COVID. Awesome, Oscar. We're glad to see you're out fishing. Looks like you got yourself a nice largemouth there. Oscar did the good thing.
Look, is that a Ned rig?
No, they don't have those in Texas.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it looks like something. Is it a Ned rig?
He didn't tell me. So
It's
Oscar,
right there
if you're
by
in
the
chat,
fish's
what is
face.
it? I honestly,
Might
I
be a
don't even know
drop
what
shot.
Ned rig looks like.
Might be a drop shot.
To me, it looks like something on a drop shot or a Carolina
Yeah,
rig or
you're right,
something.
right.
I don't know. Okay, so Oscar did the awesome thing. He took his buddy out, Lulu, on his first time fishing ever. The guy's
dang.
never been fishing, and he put him on this bass, Roman. This guy right here is his first fish. Lulu, it's
super
his
stoked.
first fish he's ever caught. So guess what, Lulu? Get ready to spend some money now.
know.
You're hooked, man.
Is he
It's
like?
over.
He's gonna be your new fishing buddy, dude? Because he's gonna be into it. He looks super stoked. That's awesome.
Yeah. So his first fish, a monster-looking largemouth right there, and I guarantee that guy's probably already online looking at stuff.
Joe, yes,
Welcome
the
to the world
1/5
of
of an
fishing.
ounce is the biggest they make. That's the one you want. The 1/5 of an ounce.
So his friend hooked up this hog, gave him a little fight. He was fishing on an ultra-light Vega rod, 8-pound test. So I bet you that really
That's
fought
super
to
cool.
8-pound test. That to me looks like about a 3-pound bass. So that must have been a lot of fun for him. Probably felt like he had a giant tuna on there. He caught it with a Guggen bait worm. And they caught it at
So funny, dude.
Port Arthur, Texas, just outside their hotel rooms, I think. They said just outside their rooms there was a huge lake. So maybe these guys were working and out of town or something, but they had a hotel room, went fishing, and pulled that baby up.
Perfect, dude. MMFC
There's another
Texas
one they
chapter
caught.
in the house. Oh, there you go. Very cool.
Slaying the largemouth from their hotel
Oh, look
room.
at that
Right on.
custom rod, HTX Polestar. What?
What?
Nice, dude. I like that. Very cool.
Yeah, dude, that is killer.
Very cool.
He goes all out. His kayak looks really custom too. He's got like all this matting all over it and everything. That sea deck stuff looks really nice. Next up, the one and only Captain Dan. So here's Dan's. If you don't know, the guy on the right is Captain Dan holding that huge fish. Okay, I'm gonna read the story.
Here we go.
This tuna was about 55 pounds. Took about an hour to bring in on his Tranks 500. A giant bumphead sea lion, about 400 pounds, got interested in my tuna and was headed right for it. That tuna right there. Earlier, I caught 2 skipjack. I guess he catches those and keeps them because he feeds Duke's whole skipjacks. That's what Duke likes to eat.
Nice.
So he caught 2 skipjacks. Santos, which I think is the guy who's right next to him,
Yep.
said, we better distract the sea lion. So they threw in one of the skipjacks, which distracted the sea lion for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I had the tuna to the boat 3 times, and each time it saw the boat, basically took off for another 20 minutes.
Oh, gee, dang.
Dan, I've been there, Dan. Get somebody that gets really good at the gaff would be my I'm not even gonna go there. I'm still fighting the tuna when the sea lion made a beeline for it again. So Santos threw another skipjack in there to the sea lion, which distracted him for another 10 minutes. They said they could hear the sea lion crunching through that skipjack while I was in the water. Somebody told Captain Dan, can't believe they said this, to hurry up. Told Dan, hurry up, which made him laugh. But he was able to pull in that tuna by distracting that sea lion. And this picture right here is Captain Dan after he caught that. He said he was dripping in sweat. And he was so hot that the captain, I think was Santos, dumped a bucket of seawater over him to cool him off.
Nice.
Dan, you look bored out there. I know that feeling, Dan. At least you're not laying down on the deck.
Nice job, Captain Dan.
Yeah, Captain Dan out there. This is him and his buddy.
George.
Sorry, I
George.
don't have the name.
George.
Is that George?
Yep.
They caught a huge triggerfish, which I think is what George is holding there, right?
Yep.
And a pargo. So
Very
Dan,
nice.
Dan, looking like you're on vacation, man. That looks perfect.
Yeah, that's
Look at
awesome
that
spot.
calm water behind him.
I think
Doesn't
Do-
that look just perfect?
Yep. It's an awesome place to fish. I think Dario's out there right now, right?
Oh, Dario, are you watching Dario? And here's our last picture. If you he's in, is it Leonardo? Is that what it's called?
Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonardo, and it's right there on the beach. If you watched a couple weeks ago, Dan actually did like a live tour at night, walking around there, showing the place off, but it's right on there. And that is a great moment right there, Dan. That's when everybody's telling their fish stories right there. End of the night dinner, and every one of those anglers probably has a great fishing story for the day. So Dan, that's awesome you went out there.
Very cool.
And that is it for PB shoutouts, Roman.
PB shout out. That was
Exit
awesome.
my screen share.
Okay, I'm going back to my screen. Shoo! That was cool. It's exciting to watch all of the guys, all your catches, guys. It's very cool. So keep submitting those. I know Brian will ping you guys. Try to submit it the earlier the better, because that way Brian has time to put that stuff together, and he could take care of the last minute ones without having to do the whole batch at once. So very cool. Any questions, guys? Let me know in the chat. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of PB Shoutouts. Once again, thank you so much, Sound Fishing, Anthony, for that sound clip and setting that up for us. Somebody, like Leonard, asked in the chat. He said it'd be cool to make it a ringtone. Anthony is okay with us providing that to you guys. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make it into a ringtone. It's a little process I have to go through. I'm gonna make it into a ringtone, and I'm gonna make it available for you guys that are in the Patreon supporters. So on the Patreon supporters page, I'll publish that out there, and all you gotta do is download it, save it to your phone, and then apply it as a ringtone. Okay. If for those of you guys don't know what Patreon is, it's a way for you guys to support me in making this type of content. And you can find out more about it by going to romancastro.com/bit, or if somebody can type in !Patreon into the chat, it'll give you guys a link to go check that out. So go become a Patreon, and you'll have access to the new ringtone.
Damn, I'm a Patreon. I'm gonna have it.
We've seen you out on the water. They say you fishing harder. I guess we'll find out this week on our PB Shout-Out!
Woo!
Perfect.
Very cool. Awesome.
Perfect. So this is the time of the show, my favorite time, where I really get to annoy Roman. And basically, I'm doing it until he lets me, Brian, let's bring movies back. So this might be my last week of jokes, because it doesn't seem to be working. So I think next week might be singing. I think I'm going to start singing a song every week, or even make it even worse.
Make
and
it
then
a fishing
Roman's
song.
like, maybe this guy should just bring back movies. So let's do it, Roman. So
Fish jokes. Everybody's excited about the jokes, dude.
All right,
it's
dude,
good.
yeah.
It's good. Well, we all love to hate something. That's good. All right, I'm ready. Here we go.
I'm running out of fish jokes, so some of these may be a lot of dad jokes.
Warm me up the
I got some
soundboard.
fish jokes too. Okay, Roman, ready?
Ready.
Did you hear about the invention of the shovel?
Did I
It
hear
was
about?
groundbreaking. I already got a laugh. I'm glad about that.
That was good.
Okay.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I bought some shoes from a drug dealer.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I think that's a good one. Don't you think that? It took me hours to write that. It
Oh
just
my
came
gosh.
to me.
All original?
And,
All original, huh? Awesome.
Oh, yeah. These are all original, right? I learned them all when I was a joke teller at Disneyland.
Oh, that's right.
Get better. Thank you.
Stand-up
Thank you. That was good.
comedian at
Thank you.
Disneyland for like 5 minutes.
Those are my best too, though. I started out with the best. The rest of them are all downhill. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Has great food, but no atmosphere.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man,
Cannibal. Todd can use that with his JPL friends.
There you go.
You should, Todd. You got to use that one at JPL when you go talk to some people there. It's gonna be awesome. They'll appreciate it.
Yeah, and you can always do the full moon on your anus joke too. That's always a good one. All right, two cannibals were eating a clown. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?" All right, that's like a kid's joke. All right, I like this one. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. That's a good one. I like that one. What do you call a guy who can't stand? Neil.
Oh, jeez.
I know, sorry. I was thinking about removing my spine. I feel like it's holding my back. That's terrible. Why are cats bad storytellers? Because they only have one tail.
Wait, you Freudian slipped that one.
Bad.
Wait, why are cats bad storytellers?
Because they only have one tail.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Cal's like, movies.
What lies at the bottom of the ocean and twitches?
Brian's sense of humor. Brian's sense of humor. Oh!
Yeah.
No, what is it?
A nervous wreck. That's. Yeah. This one, I only put this one in because it's a fish, but it's pretty bad. What does the Pope eat during Lent? Holy mackerel.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it's terrible, but it had a fish, though. What did the bison say when his son left for college? Oh, I'm sorry, I said that all wrong. I choked. Erase. What did the buffalo say when his son left for college? Bye, son.
I'm
not even coming out right. My timing's all off. You got me besmirched, Roman.
That's funny.
Did you hear about the perfume that smells like nothing? It's total nonsense.
Okay.
I
Keep
know.
it to 5.
I'm saving the best one for last, I think. Okay, what knight invented King Arthur's Round Table? Circumference. That one's for you, Zach, since you're a science teacher or a teacher.
Nice.
You're welcome, Zach.
All right, how many you got left?
2.
Okay, good.
Maybe 3.
2.
I'm seeing which ones I don't want to read anymore. What happens when you witness a shipwreck? You let it sink in.
Oh, God.
I should have just did the top 2 and walked out.
Yeah, top 2 you were ahead. Top 2 you were like king of the mountain, dude, and then you're like.
I know. I want to get a job cleaning mirrors. It's something I could see myself doing. All right, and the last joke, Star Wars joke, last joke right here. How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas? He felt his presence. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Awesome. All right, that was the last one, boys.
That's it, guys. So I'm looking forward to the pickle run. I'll be out there. Get on Discord. Charge up your headphones. Charge up your cell phones. Bring an extra battery. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to snag some grass, catch some bass. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Later, Ryan.
Woo! Taking out Brian with a round of applause for the live studio audience. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fishy Hour of Bait Fishing with Roman and Brian. Oh, dude, sorry, 8:30? Wow. We went pretty long. Sorry about that, boys. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was super fun for me, entertaining. I learned some stuff, actually. And remember, we have Pickle Run this Saturday. More information on Discord, !Discord in the chat. Or you can just go to romancastro.com/MMFC. If you haven't joined to the Discord, that's the way you get in. That's the only way to get in. It's an invitation. And then you'll be on. Go in there, check it out. Go to the MMFC outings for details. If you don't have a partner yet for the Pickle Run, find a partner in the chat, in the MMFC outings section. If nobody's getting back to you or you haven't found a partner yet and you still want to go, message me, direct message me in Discord, and we'll see what we can do, find you a partner. What else? Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. The petition, if you guys haven't signed that yet, go to savefishing.com /petition, and please take care of that. That'd be fantastic. Also, if you're doing the coastal challenge with the CCACalifornia.org. Other than that, we'll see when Kevin gets back from Hawaii. Maybe he'll do a night with us where he shows us some of the new Savage Gear stuff that they're coming out with. That'd be kind of fun. And let's see, yeah, the rods. If you guys are interested in getting a rod like custom made with the MMFC logo on there for your tuna fishing setup, your yellowtail setup, let me know in Discord. Send me a message through Discord, and that way I start getting a head count to see how many people are interested in that. And I'll let you guys know about that some more next week. Other than that, I think that's it for the show. Thanks, Ronnie, for calling in today and giving us the info. Brian, thanks so much for organizing the show and coming up with the cool presentations and getting PB shoutouts sorted out. So thanks again, everybody. Also, Anthony over at Sound Fishing, thanks again for the sound edit. Yeah, I'll see you guys. Monday. So have a good week. Good night. All right, cool.